So here we have an alarm valve. Alarm valve will do a few things for us. Number one, it is going to act as a check valve. So we have a clapper inside of here that as water flows through the system, it'll come in, but it will not allow the water to go back out. So if we have pressure fluctuations, the water will be trapped on top of the clapper. So it's very common to have a higher pressure on our system side than we do on our supply side. Also, what this alarm valve will do will help us mechanically operate some alarm devices. The way we can do that is through our alarm line. Upon sprinkler activation, water starts to flow. There's an intermediate chamber where water also enters into, and it comes back through this chamber here, will fill up our retard chamber. The retard chamber's purpose is to prevent false alarms. So if every time we had a pressure fluctuation without this device, we would go into instant alarm. So before we can actually operate a water flow pressure switch or a mechanical water motor gong, it must first fill up this chamber. We've got an old Firematic alarm valve, Model L, manufactured in 1986. The principle of this alarm valve is similar to what they are today, and there's three parts to an alarm valve. You have what we call the water supply side, that's everything below this clapper. You have the system side, which is everything above this clapper, and then you have what we call the intermediate chamber, which is everything in between the clapper. So as water begins to flow through the system, the clapper rises up, and if you can see that there's holes inside this intermediate chamber that are normally sealed by rubber gasket, that allows water to flow through our alarm line. The alarm line, water would flow through here and go to a mechanical alarm device, or possibly even a pressure switch. If you look at the alarm valve again, going back to the three parts we talked about, everything coming off the bottom side is off the water supply. Everything above is coming from the system side, which also includes this 2-inch here, which would be for a main drain. And then in between the two is our intermediate chamber, which is normally atmospheric pressure until water begins to flow. Water begins to flow, the clapper lifts up, water starts filling the system up through these little portholes. Will discharge water into a mechanical or an electrical alarm device.